Beginning today with a supported wide leg child's pose. We use a bolster for this, but you can also use additional props such as blankets under your knees or between your heels and your backside. So taking the bolster to the center of the mat, bring the knees almost as wide of the mat, relax the backside onto the heels and allow yourself to rest forward. You're going to be in this position for 2 minutes. So as you begin to ease in, notice how it feels in your body. Notice how it feels through the shoulders. So making sure that your elbows are resting in a position that allows the shoulders to let go of tension. The shoulders are like a reflection of the hips. So bring your focus next to your hips. Notice how it feels on the right side of your hips and move the awareness across to the left side. The bolster in this position is adding a little extra support and reducing the depth of your hip flexion. There shouldn't be any pushing or pulling in this position. Just surrender. And as you invite softness through the hips, notice how it feels in your pelvic floor. Observe any sensations and try to let go of tension. Shift your awareness to the tailbone and try to move the awareness up through the spine. And notice how it feels through the spine. Try to invite relaxation all the way through the spine and through the pelvic floor. You have about 10 seconds left. If you want to bring the opposite cheek to rest on the bolster, you can do that. And then preparing to come gently out of this position, pressing the hands under the shoulders to come back up. In the next position, we're going to do a deer pose with a twist on the left side. So you're going to leave the bolster in the center of your mat and sit close to the bolster with your hips. Take your legs into a position where there's about 45 degrees of an angle in both legs, and then turn to rest your stomach down onto the bolster, gazing away for a slightly deeper stretch. And as you relax in this position, begin to unwind through the spine. If it feels a little bit too intense, then make an adjustment. You can bring the bolster a little closer to the right side in order to reduce the depth of the twist. So pay attention to what you meet in your body, becoming a witness to your own tension. And as you surrender, notice where your mind goes. You may feel some tension through the pelvic floor in this twisted position. I want you to imagine a blossoming. Imagine with each breath, with each gentle, natural inhalation, that the tension in your pelvic floor is dissolving away. I want you to notice how it feels in your shoulders and around your neck. Try to be soft. Invite a deep letting go all the way from your toes through to your fingertips and up to the top of your head. And you have about 10 seconds left in this position. So in these last moments, if you want to turn your head to face in the same direction as your knees, you can do that before gently bringing your hands back, pressing into the floor beneath your shoulders and turning your body in preparation for taking the deer pose with the twist on the opposite side. And for this, you're going to bring your right hip against the bolster, taking the legs into that 45-degree angle, turning to face the bolster and resting your stomach onto the bolster. And remember that you can bring the bolster a little closer to your knees if you need to take a gentler version of this pose. So as you allow yourself to ease in, gently unwinding through the spine, I want you to sense the area around your pelvic floor. I want you to send softness to that area before bringing your awareness through the tailbone, the coccyx at the back, and move the awareness up through the spine, noticing where you feel the twist. When you come to that point where you feel the twist, I want you to imagine that you can surrender the tissues. Imagine that you can allow that area to relax just a little deeper. Feel the softness moving up through the spine towards the shoulders. Feel a letting go around the shoulders, allowing the weight of the body to surrender, but making sure that you're not moving too far. You want to remain in a place that allows you to let go. And as you surrender, you will find a deeper relaxation. Imagine that there's space coming in between all your vertebrae. Try to soften in that space. And as you approach the final 10 seconds in this pose, gently lift your head and face in the opposite direction before bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, pressing gently into the hands and turning back around to face your bolster, preparing for the butterfly pose which comes next. So for this one, you want to sit close to the bolster, and you're going to bring your feet to just touch the end of the bolster, allowing the legs to fall open as you rest your body forward over the bolster. Notice how it feels on the insides of your legs around the adductor muscles. This can be a very intense position if you have tension in the pelvic floor or on the insides of your legs. And you can place bolsters, blankets or blocks behind your knees in order to provide a little extra support if you need it. We are going to be 2 minutes in this pose. So as you're letting go, I want you to observe what's happening through the insides and the backside of your legs. You should not feel any pain in this position. This may mean that you stay sitting up rather than folding forward. So take whatever adjustments are needed and notice where your mind goes when you meet the tension in your body. Try to find space between your thoughts and try to relax in that space in your mind. When we practice yin, we have an opportunity to meet discomfort with relaxation, to allow a dissolving of tension, but making sure that you don't allow yourself to move beyond mild discomfort. And as you relax, you should feel that the discomfort is moving away from you. So in these final 10 seconds of this pose, What can you let go of? And gently bringing your awareness and energy back, and very slowly coming up out of this position. The next position will be supine shoelace preparation, where you lay on your back. So just turning the bolster, you're going to rest your feet on the bolster when we come into the position. Bring your backside close to the bolster, lay down on your back, resting your feet on the bolster, and then bring the left knee close and just cross that left leg over the right leg. We're going to be in this position for 2 minutes. This is a very gentle preparation pose for the shoelace pose, which is an intense pose that creates hip internal and external rotation. So as you relax in this position, I want you to bring your awareness into your hips. Notice how it feels on the right side, where you have some internal rotation. Notice how it feels on the left side. Is there a difference in sensation from left to right? Imagine that you can use your breath with each gentle, natural inhalation, surrounding the areas of tension with your breath, and exhaling to breathe the tension away. Imagine in this cross-legged position that you can unwind the tension using your mind. Notice how it feels through the spine and the shoulders. You should feel a deep relaxation moving through the entire body. Notice your pelvic floor and try to let go of tension. And in these last 10 seconds, allow a deeper surrender. And you're gently going to bring your hands to release that left leg and hug your knees to your chest. We're going to take the same position on the opposite side. So allowing yourself to hug your right knee into the chest, flexing the foot and crossing the leg. Relax the hands to the floor, and we're going to take 2 minutes in the position on this side. Begin by noticing the difference in sensation when you take this position with the right leg crossed versus the left. Notice how it feels in your pelvic floor. Try to allow the entire pelvic floor to relax, as though you were blossoming your pelvic floor with each in-breath, allowing a release with each out-breath. Settle your mind as you allow the weight of your body to be heavy on the mat. Notice how it feels around your knees. You shouldn't be feeling discomfort in your joints. Notice how it feels around the hips. Can you imagine softness in the hip sockets? Try to surrender. And as you surrender, imagine space coming through the center of your body, as though it can widen all the areas that feel a little compressed in this pose. And as you approach your final 10 seconds, try to let go a little deeper. And then gently bring your hands to release that right leg, grabbing under your feet and just taking a little happy baby pose before coming back to a comfortable seated position and thanking yourself for this practice.